meow 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 meow
Meow.
meow 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 meow
Meow.
meow 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 meow
Meow.
meow.
Hi, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight on normally Craft Ed, but tonight is a special edition of Fish versus Fish. And we have super special guest, the brain. Look, he's touching his brain right now, Dr. Anthony.
Don't touch your brain.
And the mega co-host.
I'm touching my brain too. I'm touching my brain.
Oh. And maybe we'll get the smart co-host to come in a minute. No, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Skipper's running late. He may have got a police call or something.
Wow.
Or a fire call.
All this work I did for you. All this work, Ed, and that's what I get.
Well,
that's what I get.
You're so awesome, Rico. That makes it better.
I'm still working, so shh.
Okay. I'm going to bring up the actual live stream. Oh, I think I have to go to mine. And sorry, folks, I had no idea. I thought we said like 15 minutes, so I've just been kind of shooting the breeze and having fun. But oh my gosh, we have a whole bunch of people here. Okay, well, so what we're gonna do tonight is this. Normally, Fish versus Fish, I like to go with some type of theme, but this time it's viewers' choice. So I have 13 or 14 suggestions from earlier on Rico Stan's show that Rico and I did. And then we're going to let you guys pick 2 of the fish for tonight. And one of the fish that we pick, I'm going to make that fish. So hopefully it's not too hard. Hopefully they make an easy fish. And then I will send it out to you as soon as I get it done. And it'll probably be like 2 weeks for me to get it done.
Nice. I just got to say, that's a very sharp, nice looking shirt you're wearing there, Ed.
Oh, yes. And tonight's show is being sponsored by TGO Grant Shelby shop, because today is Shelby's birthday. So if everybody wants to, they could go on and buy a fish, and in the discount area, write "Happy Birthday, Shelby," and I don't think you'll get any discount.
Well, I didn't know it was her birthday. Happy birthday, Shelby.
Yeah,
That's
happy
awesome.
birthday.
We've all got to meet her. We both, all 3 of us got to meet Grant and Shelby. So very cool.
Yep. I'm just going to write down my 10. Okay. So right now, I'm going to go Doc, Ant. I could have just wrote Doc. There's nobody else as a doctor here, is there?
Unless Kelly Foreman's here. I don't know if Kelly's here. She's a doctor.
Well, I meant out of the group of us.
I'm not a real doctor, so I just play one at the university. That's what I tell people.
And then hopefully Skipper gets here. So we're going to leave a blank spot for Skipper. But like I said, he has been having a busy day. He did say he was at the fire hall earlier today. So they may have been doing special training or something. But he said he was going to be here. So, and then we're going to go 2 people from the audience, and then we'll find out what the audience thinks is the best fish on the list. And how this works, Dr. Anthony, a 10 is you think it's a really good fish, and a 1 is a fish you don't like. And
this is not my first radio. This is not my first rodeo. I've seen your live stream many times on Fish versus Fish. Okay. I watch you every Thursday night.
There might be other people out there that don't know, though.
Oh, okay. But you expressly said, Dr. Anthony, this is how it goes.
Well, yes, I did. Okay. Well, so Rico, do you want to say hi to everybody while I set up just a few more things? If you don't mind.
Hi, everybody, while I set a few more things. Did I get it all? I think I got it all.
James. That's what right. James always does.
I miss James. All right, let me switch over here to the participants. and we'll jump through. Craig's Catfish Cave. Hello, Amisa Caprice. And I always say that wrong. Every time, because for some reason it reminds me of Cabrini Green in Chicago. Anyways, Chattanooga Ed, Dapper Dennis, Jimmy P, Killer Kitty, Lady Rorschach, Larry D, Linda Worth, Lorne Elias. I don't know Lorne. Hi, Lorne. Mark Strilson, Nancy B, Nate the Hovey, Oink Master. Hi, Crystal. Paul Sotera, Peplin, Scotty, Silver Creek, Thomas, which is Tampa Tom, TJ Autocross, Todd, and Xanadude. Cat House came in. Catahulis. Hi, Catahulis. Mark Strilson. Let me see. Lady Rorschach. Cody V. I think I got everybody. That's on the participants list. So if I didn't call your name, then you just aren't chatting. So you don't get a shout out. That's just how it works. So there.
Well, I was going to do something else to the stream, but I can't figure out how to do it while I'm active. I was going to make it so only subs can talk.
Yeah, you could still.
I forgot to do that.
You could still. You can do it at any time. Stephen P came in, and Matt, Liquid Zoo.
I see where I
I don't think I'm missing anybody else. I said Tomatillo. Had my fastest. There you go. I see it. You did it. TJ Todd said he had an amazing weekend. Had his fastest lap on that track. Also had a bunch of fun because he was racing this weekend.
Oh, what type of car was he in?
His Porsche.
What? Was it a yellow Porsche or a red Porsche?
I think it's yellow. He's got a yellow one. It's his racing car.
I heard that red's a little faster.
I heard that cops find the red cars faster. I don't know if that's true. I have no idea. I just always heard that rumor that you get more tickets with a red car, and I have no idea if that's true. Benjamin Peters, hello. I think we got everybody. I think we said hi to everybody.
Okay, so should we use a 30-sided dice and a 12-sided dice for the counting the people?
How many people do you have in here?
Well, it said that I had 47 at the time that I clicked it.
So you probably, you just want enough so that everybody gets to make a choice, right? So I would think you need up to 60 people, if that's probably where you're going to end up.
Yeah, but we never have 60 people actually do it.
Really? So, I don't believe that.
People fight for the 30 spots.
Fight for the 30. The first 30. The first 30.
And normally that skipper's job is to count down. So we'll have to figure that out too. But maybe I can do that because
Dr. Awesome has to do that because he's in skipper's spot. So he's got to be counted.
I can only count to 10.
Professor.
Take your shoes off.
You're a professor. You're so smart. You can do this.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is randomly pick one fish out of this, and when we hit 5, we're gonna go to the crowd. But what we're gonna do is this. Oh, you know what? Before I do anything, oh gosh, I grabbed a whole bunch. Last night, I fed my favorite Baisher in the world. She was super good. My favorite fish in the world. Her name's Baishi.
Oh no!
She passed away last night.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ed.
I didn't even realize it while we were talking, and my dad saw it while we were talking earlier today, and didn't want to interrupt the show. But I'm just going to do. This is a 6-second video of her eating.
I'm so sorry. Oh.
I probably could have shortened that a little, but it's so fast how she ate. It was so awesome.
That's too bad, Ed. I'm super sorry. It's always difficult when I know that was your favorite, and that's always difficult when you lose your favorite one.
Well, and she's in there with a lot more delicate fish. It wasn't the water parameters, and I mean, they live in dirty river water, and they have a lung so they can breathe if they need to outside. The water and the temperature's right, everything. I just don't know.
And how old was she? I mean, I know you've had her for a couple of years at least.
Yeah, she had to be at least 5. I'm guessing 5.5.
So what's their usual? They're usually very long lived, right?
I thought about 20 to 30 years for that.
Yeah,
that one. And then I have ornate bichers, and they live between 15 and 20 years. But they're more rope fish like than a thick bicher. But okay, so the first fish I drew was the one that we had questions about. Jason's
Pseudomcgill rainbow. Now again, all these ones came. Oh, you put the name on there too. So these came from people earlier today that you spoke to, and they were their favorite fish. So this is Depths Unknown's favorite fish. But again, what is a Pseudomcgill rainbow? I'm not sure, because did he mean all Pseudomcgills, because they are no longer considered rainbows, right? Is that what he meant? That just all the Pseudomcgills? I mean, I agree with him. I absolutely love them. I've got Furcatas, Gertrude, and Luminatus, and they're all of them amazing. So
I messaged him, and he never messaged me back. So, Dr. Anthony, if somebody said Pseudomcgill rainbow, what would you think?
I would think they're crazy because they're not the same thing.
Oh, darn.
I'm sure that's what he meant. I bet though was that he just meant.
No. Yeah, when someone says Pseudomcgill or Pseudomugol, I think they're Trudii.
But there's 15 different types of Pseudomcgill, right? So
yeah,
something like that. I could be wrong on that number. I'm just
there's a lot. So
Paul Sotero, we didn't say hi to Paul, I don't think. Paul said Jason's favorite is BBA. He does have a problem with the blackbird algae, definitely.
Yep.
Hi, Jay.
Cheese balls.
My daughter said that yesterday. She heard it on something else, and she absolutely loves it. I was like, hey, Paul Sotero says that. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Ed. I'm a little confused on the process here. So right now
you're just Jason. And we're going to start with the first fish is Jimmy P's.
Okay. And we're all going to vote on that one then. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. And if Jason shows up, maybe he can explain what he wanted.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So I'm going to write Jimmy P. And I don't have a photo of a flowerhorn. Could you look one up for anybody that doesn't know what a flowerhorn is? A flowerhorn is a fish that is a hybrid between other, different cichlids. And I believe they normally take a red dragon and, I see it, and some other type of fish to create it. They're super aggressive. I wish I should have had my Bobby the Brain poster, but that's in the fish room. They get they're known for their giant noogle or coxswain or cox on top of their head. I think that this is a fish that really pushed Joey, the king of DIY, into stardom, because he had one that would do barrel rolls and stuff every time he came in the room. So they're very personable fish, but you really can't keep anything with them. They will destroy everything in your tank. So basically throw rocks and ornaments in there. Joey, king of DIY, did have bichers though with them. So that I had earlier, the bicher, they're a fish that can kind of handle itself. They're generally a peaceful fish with teeth. So whenever one of these cichlids mess with it, they show them the teeth and bite them once, and the cichlid realizes never to mess with them again. Kind of like how catfish like to spear a fish with their spines. They don't mess with them. But we're not talking about those type of fish. We're talking about a flowerhorn. Do you have any opinions on flowerhorns, Dr. Anthony?
Yeah, I tend to keep them to myself.
You got to give it a score though. So
yeah, I'll give it a score.
You don't have to explain if you don't want.
Killer Kitty, I did post start in the comments, so it's already started.
What do you think, Doc?
Jimmy said his is a 9.
I'll give it I'll be kind and I'll give it a 2.
2. Okay. I really think they're a neat fish, but I hate how you have to keep them alone. So I guess if all my other fish die in that fish tank, I've got a giant Denison in there that could probably be fine with this fish. Maybe I'll buy one of these things and put it in there. Except I think I'd rather have a bunch of rainbow fish. But it would still be in the realm of possibilities. I'm going to give them, and I enjoy their personalities, I'm going to give it a 7.
Ooh.
Okay, Mr. Rico.
I'm going to say a 3, and I would give it a 1 because I really the same thing. I'm big about community tanks, but I do think they have a really cool personality. I've seen a lot of them. I'm going to say I met quite a few of them because that's what it feels like at different shows, at different fish shops and stuff. Fish shops, fish stores, LFSs, LFSI. I've seen a lot of them. I've met a lot of them. They do have a great personality, but I don't care for fish that really don't play well with others, just like people. So I'm giving it a 3.
Oh, and I also learned another thing about these guys is sometimes that Noogle gets too fatty over their eyes. I was told if you actually feed them foods that have less fat in it, that'll actually shrink down
and
to help their eyesight.
Part that I don't like about them is that I don't like that part. That part, it just looks wrong to me. It's I know that it doesn't really affect them badly, except in the case that you just said. You know, it's not like some of the bloated balloon fish and things, but it just seems I don't know. That's why I don't. Not a huge
just weird. I'm glad my belly's not on my forehead. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so what we'll do is, since Skipper's not here, we're going to leave his blank, but let's go. Skipper normally says now.
He already did. He already did.
Oh, he's here?
No. Doc already put in start way up at the top. So we just need your number. So disregard the now. Hi, Lady Diane. Adam McReynolds, hi. Linda
I jumped the gun. I put in start.
No,
even that's okay. We did ours.
Yeah, that's
probably smart because that way, we won't be just sitting around waiting.
Yeah.
So you guys are giving this fish a rating of 1 to 10 of how much you would want this fish in your fish tank at home.
We've already got quite a few in there, so go ahead and roll your number, Ed. And I'll count them, Doc. That's okay. I'll grab them.
No, I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You do have to know when to say stop. You just have to tell me to say stop. That's all.
Well, it doesn't.
Well, we've got 16 and 21.
So you're going to do both then? Is that what you're going to do? I thought you were just going to do the 30-sided. Just do 1 through 30.
Well, but then I'd have to roll it twice.
Oh, you're doing 2 separate people.
Yeah, 2 people.
Okay.
Just to make it more even Steven.
Okay, so what were
because
those numbers?
Boots Cats
16 and
21.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can handle that with my shoes off.
Those are some pretty big numbers, actually. Normally they're not that high. And if we don't get that, what we'll do is we'll just reduce the first number and go 7 and 6. Or no, we'll reduce the the highest number to the second number on the dice.
Wow.
If we're going to do math, I'm going to bed.
Are we getting enough people to do?
Yeah. We have plenty of people, and those 2 numbers were actually the highest scores. 16 was a 6, and 21 was a 7.
Holy cow!
This is rigged. It's rigged.
The predominance of people had it 0 to 2.
Holy cow! See, it's all about your guys' votes matter. So let's see. We've got 19 and 6. 25 right now, and we'll see if Skipper can come in and make it a better day for that one. So let's get rid of this guy.
I think Skipper has a flowerhorn, doesn't he? I feel like he does, or he did, or he was going to. I don't know.
He might. but he had a problem with one of his tanks. Maybe that's what it was today. Skipper's not going to be going after us because he had one of his tanks crash.
Oh,
Carlos Diaz. And this fish, I really like this fish. And I've thought about keeping these fish myself. Sunfish, North American sunfish.
Okay, so we're talking just freshwater, right? Because that's what I grabbed. I didn't grab the salt sunfish.
You didn't grab the mola mola?
Because those are amazing fish. I think they're cool as hell.
Yeah.
I really want to taste one.
Oh, no.
Sunfish are awesome fish. Like bluegills, part of them, all the pumpkin seeds fish. They're mostly, you'll see them by a pan-shaped size, but they're North American natives that are just incredible. So you can keep them in cool water. I mean, look at that fish, and it's a fish out of water.
Now, are they related? Guy. Are they related to bluegills?
Yeah, they're all the same family.
Okay. Yeah, bluegills are part of the family.
Bluegills usually aren't as varied with the colors and stuff, right?
Yeah. Pumpkin seed fish to me is the most beautiful of all the sunfishes.
I have a bluegill, and I have two of them that I caught in the bay and growing up right here in this tank.
Yep.
I love them, but the problem with keeping these guys in native tanks is they will generally, or in aquariums, they'll generally fight, and because they like territory. Now, the way to beat that is maybe the rule of 6 and have so many in there that they can't pick out the smallest guy to fight. And do you go by the rule of 6, or do you do that type of thing, Dr. Anthony?
No.
Like groupage is of 6 or more fish?
Well, if you want to reduce aggression, yeah. I mean, that was the old adage with African cichlids when they first entered the hobby. When they get so aggressive, people just jammed in, 50 in a 50-gallon tank, and it stopped aggression because they couldn't move around. They couldn't establish territories.
Well, but like, I'm not saying put 50 of these guys in your tank.
Yeah.
And they get big too.
Yeah.
And they will eat your little fish because, I mean, they eat living things in their streams and ponds and wherever they're living. So you got to worry about that too.
Yep. By the way, Ed, you have a new subscriber tonight Caleb Shirley.
Oh, well, thank you, Caleb. That's awesome. I appreciate it, man. Really
Caleb, I believe, is one of Jess from the Aquatic Morning Show's students.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I believe.
That's awesome.
I think so, but I could be wrong. Right, Caleb?
Well, I love Jess. She's super sweet. I always look forward to hanging out with her a couple times a year at Aquashella and at other shows. So she's super cool. But guys, this is a fish. If you can't afford fish, but somehow you get a 75-gallon tank or a 120-gallon tank, go down and catch one of these guys and you can put it in your tank. Have a fishing license, do legal crap. But
check your local regulations.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you can feed them worms, like earthworms and everything. My buddy had one in Missouri and he absolutely loved it. He had one of them and a bass in his tank, and they got along. They didn't fight. Yeah. So cool fish. Okay, so Dr. Anthony,
wait, real quick. Let me interrupt real quick. You just got 5 Chattanooga memberships from guess who? Guess who it was?
Well, Killer Kitty, I turned my head.
From your little
greatest little sister.
From your little sister. And the people who got them, Linda Worth, Caprice, Dapper Dennis, Jimmy P, and Boots and Cats.
Awesome.
Very cool. Thanks, Killer Kitty, like always. You're the best.
Oh, and I saw Jimmy P there also. I just want to tell you something, Dr. Anthony.
Yes.
I mailed those fish to Jimmy P, and he said they all survived in your trick with the bottles.
I see.
So now you got to give me your address to Peru, and I'll send them to Peru.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'll send them to your house when you get home. But that made me feel so good because I was so afraid to send fish to California Oh man, I've been dreading that for a long time.
Okay, so you want my, I give this 6.
6?
Yeah.
This is a fish that I've always wanted that I've never had. You don't think they're aggressive. Like, I had a pond, it was about a 2.5 acre spring-fed pond in Missouri. It had a waterfall and everything. And all my bass were small. I added 200 sunfish. 2 years later, I was pulling out big bass and lots of sunfish. They have lots of babies, and they provide a lot of food for your fish in your ponds too.
Yeah.
But just because of the aggression levels in your fish tank, I'm going to give them.
Did you already say start, Dr. Anthony?
I said start. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention.
I'm going to give them a 6 also. I would love them. They're so pretty.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a 7. Partly because they're a native fish, and I wish that a lot more people would start keeping the native fish. I absolutely love my bluegill, a lot like the last fish. They do have a great personality. My biggest bluegill was very skittish until just recently, where he really, now every time I'm over there, he's right there. He just always wants to engage with me and stuff. And I absolutely, and I'm equating that with these since they're the same family.
Living together.
I'm sorry.
In deference to the sunfish, if he would have put a picture of a pygmy sunfish or Everglades pygmy sunfish, I would have given it a 9. But I have to go off the
picture we have.
Yep. Pygmies are really neat.
My bluegills are in there too with some minnows, some native minnows, and they've been fine with those minnows. They haven't been aggressive with them or anything. They've all grown up together, and now the bluegills are way bigger than the minnows. But still, I have some rosy fathead minnows in there with them, and they all live happily together. And it's my only real native tank. It's this little guy right here. They're all going to go in a big. I have a tough stuff. Tough stuff? Is that the one? The big tubs, like 300-gallon. I'm getting a 300-gallon tub. They're all going to go into soon.
Nice.
So they'll do well in that. That's why I gave them 7 though, because I feel like they do a little bit better with community. At least in my experience, mine do. And the fact that they're native, I just want to see people keeping more native fish.
Yeah.
But you have 2 together and they don't fight?
They do not fight, and one is twice the size of the other one. It's weird. Awesome. I collected them the same day. I don't know how to sex them, but I don't know if one's male and one's female. I have no idea. They're not super big yet. The one is probably about 4.5 inches. The other one's half that size, and I collected them the same day. So sort of weird.
Well, I was told by one of those guys that the people, the organization that goes for wild fish or native fish, that group, he was the one who told me not to eat more than one in a tank. But so I've always just gone by what he said.
Sure.
But, it's the fish hobby. Everybody has their opinions, so it doesn't mean it's always necessarily right, or what works for you doesn't work for somebody else. So
yeah.
Okay, well, let's see what I got to roll the dice to see who gets to get. Ooh, we've got a 9 and a 20.
A 9 and a 20? 9?
Yep.
9!
9, okay.
But I absolutely love.
Okay, so 9 was an 8.
Okay. Who was that? Oh, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Well, we only had 18 people vote.
Well, then let's go with number 18.
18 was a 3. No. A 5. No, 8 by Lady Rorschach.
Lady Rorschach said, wow.
I just got to say, Skipper's a lot faster at that.
Well, he had a lot of practice. That was a solid 32.
I'm just giving it a hard time.
Wait, is that my wife? You talking right there?
I'm just trying to protect your students. They talked about how, acerbic your wit could be.
Yes, and I've been giving them a hard time about that.
Denison barb.
Rico's favorite fish, a Denison barb. So we're going to have Rico tell us why you should have a Denison barb.
I should have taken pictures of my own because I think mine are better looking than these by far. But I didn't have a lot of time to grab images. I'm just going to I won't say more than that, but I'll just leave it at that. I should have taken my own pictures. That's not a bad one. There's one down below too.
This is the one I used for the thumbnail today.
That one's very silver. Mine are not that silver. Mine are very green on the top. So above the red line on these, mine are very green. And mine have very bright yellow. They have the pink that's right here on their nose is very bright pink. They remind me of the 80s. With the pink and the green and the yellow and the red and the black. They just remind me of girls that I dated in the 80s, sort of the day glow colors and stuff. I don't know why mine are so green on the top. I haven't seen any others like that. Maybe it is common. I don't know. But purely from a beauty standpoint is why I like them so much. And they're very good community fish. Very good community fish. I have all different kinds of fish in that tank. They never bother any other fish ever. They leave them alone. They're just an amazing looking fish. They're fun to feed because they do a lot of darting at feeding time.
They breeding.
What's that?
I think they do a great job on filling the empty voids in your tank because they like to swim in the open area. And that's a neat thing too. Great.
I wish they would go a little higher in the tank. They usually are middle to bottom, but otherwise mine are just meaty. They're a good, one of them is probably closing in. He's 4.5 inches long. He's huge. I mean, I think the average size is 4 inches for them, I believe. But I have one male that is just, I don't know how to sex them. I have one that is just huge. And I know they're super hard to breed though. That's, and you asked me for my favorite fish, and that's favorite anything is so difficult for me. I have the hardest time because the Bozeman Eye Rainbow was also right up there as my favorite fish. The Congo Tetra is right up there with my favorite fish. So it's very hard for me to pick, but I went with that one. My Congos have those beautiful tails that are just,
I had both of those on board, and you picked the fish I didn't have on board.
Well, that's also why I picked it. Oh, Tampa Tom says they get to 7 to 8 inches long. Oh, I thought 4 inches was the average size for them.
7 inches, you could eat that.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, so D-barbs. I don't want to spell the whole thing out.
D-barbs.
Okay, that sounds kind of bad. Okay. So, Rico, we'll let you start this. Between 1 and 10, where do you give your favorite?
I'm going to give them an 8. And the reason I don't give them a 10, purely the reason is that they're so difficult to breed. Right? I don't think that people can breed them consistently in captivity. I don't believe that's the case. And again, I could be wrong. I'm always, I'm not an expert fish keeper by any means, but I've heard that it's very difficult to breed them, and nobody's actually bred them consistently. So that's why they only get an 8. It's difficult. I love fish that can breed enough to keep the colony going. You know what I mean? I'm done with guppies because I don't want to get overwhelmed. But it'd be nice if we did. And there's somebody backstage, I believe.
Oh gosh, how did you know that? Good job. Hey, Skip. I'm so sorry I didn't see you.
Oh, it's Skipper. Well, sunglasses threw me off.
The thing I don't like.
I guess I've been demoted. Is that what you're trying to say there, Rico? With that, I think there's someone backstage.
Oh wait, hold on. Johnny said that they're one of the most mass-produced fish in the hobby. I did not know that. I thought that they were.
No,
what's that?
Southeast Asia, in the ponds that they have. Yeah.
So, I guess you call that captivity. It's in a pond. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Are there hobbyists that are breeding them?
Well, why are they so expensive? They start like at $12 to $20 generally.
Because there's people still, because you'll pay that.
Yep.
That's why, you know.
Hi, Skipper.
Welcome,
Hey,
Skipper.
Spike.
Thank you so much for coming, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay, so you gave it an 8. I'm gonna give them an 8 because I think if I got rid of my stupid cichlids that I don't like in my 200-gallon tank, this would be a fish I would want to put in there with Bosemani's.
You know what? While we're doing this, I'm gonna look up the pictures of one of mine because I think they're way better looking than these. But we can go on, and why don't I take this down? So,
okay. Oh, you did it. Good job. And then, Dr. Anthony, where do you give a Denison barb?
I give them oh, you can't see it. An 8.
Oh, an 8. All right, that's what I gave it. And Skipper, how do you feel about Denison barbs?
What did Rico go?
Rico gave them an 8. That's his favorite fish.
Oh, I don't know. I'll give him an 8.
yeah, I thought you were gonna go like 2.
I wasn't thinking about it. You already know where I was thinking.
Yeah.
But no, I think, honest to God, dude, I think they're a pretty cool fish. I have not kept them. I would love to. Eventually, I'm going to because I do like them. I always wanted the golden ones, but they're just too stinking expensive.
Yeah.
But the Roseline barb, they're sharp. They're just sharp looking. It's an awesome fish. I love how they swim together. That's why I'm giving them an 8.
Awesome. Whoops, hang on. I need to turn on airplane mode so I don't get messages during the rolling of the dice. Okay, we got a 9 and a 4.
So you handle it, Skipper, or what?
4. Did anybody say go?
Yeah, I did a long time ago.
Oh, you're awesome. Skipper's been having a rough day. So maybe I don't know if he wants you to take over his work or not. Do you want to do it for him or do you want him to keep doing it?
What are you talking about? I took the night off.
I'm looking at the U over here on my monitor, and it's like it's a different U because I'm like 5 minutes behind.
Okay, so 4 was a 7, and 9 was an 8.
And an 8. Do you know who gave those?
Yeah, okay. You gotta tell me beforehand you want me to do that again. So,
well, it's fun to hear what people's opinions are.
okay. 1, 2, 3. Killer Kitty gave an 8. Oh, I'm sorry. The 9 was Cody V. He gave it a 6. I'm sorry, not an 8. Need to change my glasses.
I couldn't find a great picture, Ed, but I put one down there. That's one I had online. It shows a little bit of the green, so I just wanted to show that.
Oh, I see it. Wow, that scored a 46. That's a lot more well liked than the. Oh, well, there's another. We had an extra 8 points from Skipper.
So the green. You need to go back to the other ones and get the scores. So the green is a lot more prevalent now on the top of it here. Mm-hmm. And the yellow back here is just brighter. This picture was actually from Instagram, and it's more than a year old. So these guys have gotten a lot more mature, but it's weird how It's like a neon green on the top in this section right here.
Now, if I was picking this fish for anybody, I would pick this fish for TJ Autocross because it just looks like a torpedo, a super fast fish, and he's a fast guy, so he deserves Denison barbs.
He's a fast guy.
He is. He's the fastest guy I know. Okay. Skipper, can we ask you what your opinion on sunfish as a fish that you would put in one of your fish tanks between 1 and 10?
You say a sunfish?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bluegill or a
Are we talking about full size or pygmy?
Either what you think of.
I had a pygmy Father Fish gave me once a few years ago, but it only lasted about 2 years.
Me personally, if we were talking about pygmy, it'd be a higher score than the regular.
That's what this guy said.
Because I've kept the sunfish, the bigger ones, in a bait tank, and they're a pain in the butt. I didn't care for them, so I'm gonna go with a 5.
5. Okay, so that brings up the score to a 37. And then, what is your opinion on flowerhorns?
4.
Did you say a 4?
A 4. I don't care for them.
Gosh, we thought that you might be a big guy on them.
No, I mean, I just think they're bred for all the wrong reasons. They're more of a show.
That's fine. Well,
they're more of a show fish to me than they are something I would want to keep in the tank. But I just don't really enjoy them.
That's fair. Well, okay, this is the number 4 fish, and it is Skipper's Cory's.
Okay.
So
you got a picture. Oh yeah, you've got one.
I have the Cory's. I don't know what it was from because there's a price tag on it, but it was from one of my back shows. Cory's. Cory's 446.
Or there's another one down below. Why does it keep going away? There's another one down below too.
I bet it. Oh, he's such a cutie. Is that your the guy that swims in the warmer temperatures? Starts with an S. Can't think of what the fish is called. What's that guy's called? This Cory?
Steve?
Sandra?
No. Oh, I can't remember. But it's a cute fish. All Cory cats are amazing fish. I think everybody should have Cory's in their tanks. And I go by the rule of 6 for them, but for a different reason, because they should be in a colony of 6 or more, which is awesome. And I've got lots of Cory's, and I love them.
This one was difficult, I think, because it's so wide, right? Like, how many different ones are there?
Well, we have Skipper right here.
How many do you think?
Probably 100 different Cory's right now.
So
Skipper said this fish, so let's hear what he has for an opinion on this guy.
Oh, that's easy. That's a 10. The only thing, I just love the way they school together, the way they interact, and the wide variety of them. The thing is, every Corydoras is different on how they breed. So I love them for the challenge also. That's one of the things I focus on. And it's just one of the things you got to figure out how. Once you figure out how you got them to breed, continue doing it. Because normally for me, that's how they just keep doing it that way. Once you figure it out,
They're stinking cute.
They're great for the bottom fish. They love cleaning up after everybody. If the food comes down, somebody misses it, the top mid-water, they're cleaning up, and they're on it quick. So that's why I give them a 10.
Well, that's great. Okay, Rico, what do you think? What do you like?
See, this is hard because Denison barbs aren't all barbs, right? This is all Corys. So it's not a fair. It's apples to oranges almost. I mean, it's a different thing. So
Yours choice.
Even though I went with an 8 for the Denisons, I'm also going to give Corys a 10 because there's so many different ones. There's so many beautiful ones. They're amazing. I have some long fin pandas that are I got from Maria Z that I absolutely just love. You've got some of those, don't you, Skipper, from Maria?
No, I got the original ones that I had that passed away. I got them from Maine's Tails Furs and Fins.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of her students is here.
Yeah, Caleb's here. Awesome. He's one of Jess's students. So I give them a 10 because they're just, there's so many different kinds. They are cute as hell. They're a lot of fun to have. They're a lot of fun to watch. They seem for me to be pretty hardy. I don't have any problems keeping them. I have gold lasers and I have the panda Corys, both long fin and short regular fin. And, no problems keeping them.
Yeah. No. Well, Dr. Anthony, you've actually been able to see these in real life. In their real life habitats.
Yep. So everybody should have a Corydora in their tank for sure. They're all sorts. Like the gold laser is probably one of my favorite Corydoras, but there are some that I don't appreciate. So I would say an 8.
Oh, what can you fill us in on ones that you don't like?
I am not a fan to the more domestically bred types, like the long fins, especially long fin Paleatus. I think are the ugliest fish in the world.
I personally don't care for long fin fish either, but that's
if again, just like the pygmy Everglades sunfish, if it was that one we're talking about, it'd be a 10. So it'd be a gold laser, it'd be a 10. If some of the Venezuelan Corys, I'd give a 10, but overall, I'd give an 8.
An 8. Awesome. Well,
wait. Skipper, don't you breed longfin Paleatus?
I have at one point.
Oh, okay.
And they were awesome.
Okay.
My problem was I got the big C word, COVID, and that got it at the same time I did.
I have a different C word that I don't say, but
well, we ain't talking about Vienna sausages.
Dora is my C word.
Yeah, I do like longfin fish. You just touched on it real quick. I know we don't have a ton of time, but I do like longfin, but as long as it doesn't affect the fish's swimming, or that's where I draw the line.
The only bred fish I really care that I like that's been bred for the finnage is maybe Dumbo guppies. I don't really care for like the longfin bristlenose. I like the bristlenose that look wild, that are kind of brown and green, and just look real wild because they look more like Cthulhu. And then the Oscars that are long finned. I hope only Oscars June isn't here, but they kind of creep me out. I don't know why. It's like an Oscar that like mated with an angel. And not an angel fish, but like a real live angel. So it just kind of creeps me out. Or maybe a fairy or something. So I don't know. But I am going to go with the same thing that Dr. Anthony said, an 8, and go with that because I feel the same way. I really like them, but they will eat. Some of them will eat your guppy fry, and I didn't realize that until it was too late, and they ate all my guppy fry at night because the guppies are sleeping at the bottom, and then they're coming in and just scarfing them down. And I just never thought that. My dad used to breed these with guppies back in the 70s, and so that's why I was always a big fan. But I still love them, and 8 is the highest score I've given anything. I don't know if I'm going to give anything higher than that. So let's see what the people said.
Well, while we're doing that, I want to say something about the longfin thing. There's some fish like the Corydoras. I don't mind the longfin one because whenever they're swimming, they don't look like they're struggling.
9 and 18.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones that are long fin, they struggle.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Right now, as soon as we get this score, we are going to take a mini timeout and let everybody write down what their favorite fish is, and we're going to randomly pick one of those fish as part of this group of 10 fish, and then that person will have a chance to win a model of that fish.
Okay,
how do they win?
And I hope and the one fish that I'm going to say right now no to is the lionfish. No saltwater lionfish. I can't imagine making one of those out of clay.
How do they win, Ed? You're going to draw somebody and people will put their.
Yeah. I'm going to put all these back into the Tootsie Roll cup, and I'll put theirs in, and I'll pull it out and see who wins.
Okay, you want my scores? The scores.
Yes,
Number
please.
9 was Peplin, who gave it a 10.
Peplin.
And number 18 gave it a 10, which was
Gina.
Adam.
Gina gave it a 10?
No, sorry. I'll shut up.
So
Adam
McReynolds, who was number 18, gave it 10. And number 9 was Peplin, who gave it a 10.
Oh, my gosh.
I was just saying hi to Gina.
Hi, Gina.
And Dee Dee, I do have good taste. Ask my wife.
Aw.
Dee Dee says I don't have good taste, so.
Well, we've never ate your wife's food.
I cook in the house.
Oh, that's why you have good taste.
That's right.
No. Okay, so this is going to be a hard fish to beat, guys. It scored a 56 out of a possible 60. Nice job, Skipper, on coming up with a big fish. Now, has anybody said any fish yet?
No.
Oh, they're supposed to start?
Yes.
I don't know.
Start.
And what we'll do is we'll just say once 12 fish are up there, then we'll roll it and see what happens. We got discus from Chris. Oh, he's my dungeon master. And I am currently doing a discus. But that one's for somebody else.
Dee Dee.
Oops. Bosemani Rainbow from Tampa Tom. Oh, Ben says a shrimp.
Is that a fish? Do we allow that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because especially since we're being sponsored tonight by the Garden of Eden.
Okay.
And
Stephen,
they gave me this shirt, so that's how they officially sponsored it.
Stephen White's here from Seville, Spain.
Wow. Stephen, what's your favorite dessert? I wonder what a really good dessert is in Spain.
Okay.
Well, I digress. We need to find a fish. Okay, so it looks like we've got
Skull.
a bunch of fish. Let's see. Number 10. So I think we start at the discus. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. Well, Pistos.
What's
YTC Cat House. Cat House says a Pistos. Rico, can you pop a image of an Apisto for us?
What Apisto? I mean, people giving genera fish. There's 50 species of Apisto. Some are little small things with no color. Some are really great looking color.
Well, let's judge it off of whatever Rico pops.
Rico pops. I feel uncomfortable.
Oh, you're the man.
Let's see.
Nothing makes Rico uncomfortable. Go check out Rico in the weekday shows while he eats weird things. It's awesome. Eat anything you give him.
That's not a good sight. Hold on.
As long as it's not poisonous.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh yeah, this picture looks so doctored though, but it's the first one I found. To me it looks doctored. It looks like photoshopped all to heck. But it's the first one I found. So that's the one we'll go with. Hold on, sorry.
Oh, I should have checked to see if I had an Apisto.
There you go, Ed.
Who cares?
Down below.
Yeah, that's a pain.
Wow.
Cockatoides, red.
They're fun to watch with their babies.
Yeah,
they are beautiful fish. They were on my short list for the 75 when I was putting it together.
You've never had them. One of you guys want to talk about Apistos?
I've never had them either.
I've had a lot of Pistos. Oh, let Skipper talk.
No, you go ahead first.
No, they were saying I'm snarky, so I'm gonna be a baby.
That's why I said you go first.
But I've never had domestically bred Apistos, but yeah, they show great behavior. They show great parental care. So it's a nice little fish to have for sure. But again, depending on what species, I'm more of a wild caught type of person. I don't like some of these domestically colored super red cockatoides and everything you got. So, it's a fish that, depending on the species, I'd give a 10 or a 1.
Really, a 1. It's that big of a swing for you.
Yeah, because some of these they've developed, I have no appreciation for.
Gotcha.
I myself am very fortunate to receive, in the pictures at the bottom, some triple red Apistos from Jennifer Weaver. And I haven't had one issue with them. I have plecos in with them, and they don't even mess with them. And
that's awesome.
You said they're down below? They're backstage?
I put a picture down there.
We'll show those ones, Ed?
Sure. I have to drop this one and see.
Yeah, they're.
So it's off of. This is an actual picture. It's not like it's doctored up.
Oh, okay.
It's from, and it was the first one that popped up was from Dan's Fish. Blue. I was like, oh, all right, we'll just use this.
I thought we were going to see some of your pictures of them.
Well, I didn't. Well, I mean, I could point the camera over there and show you. But no, I really like this fish. I mean, it's very calm. I haven't had no issues with it, and I got soft water.
Well, they're from saltwater environments, so
yeah.
Of course.
What I'm saying, some of the issues I've been having with other fish, this one has been one of the greatest ones that I have kept. With, my Corydoras are fine, but I can't complain about this fish.
Now, is this the fish that's hard to find females? Or can you find females just as easy as males?
I think they're not that hard. Jennifer sent you pairs, didn't she? It wasn't that what was in the it was from one of the auctions or something, wasn't it? It was something like that.
It's awesome.
We're gonna see them.
Nice. That's
See,
the best.
They're beautiful fish. They really are.
Them big?
Just the 3 little dots on his picture there.
I don't want to remove him from group.
Solo layout you want. If you click on his, you'll see if you go on his picture, just on him. There you go. There you go.
So that's
nice fish.
That's the big male I have. And that's supposed to be the female.
Huh?
There we go. It's kind of hard to do when you can't hardly see. But that's a pair.
Great.
There's another male in there. He's always in the back though. He's the king of the tank, that one.
And are these a cockatoides or however you say it?
That was the triple reds that I shown is the picture. No, you can't ask me names because
they're cockatoides.
Okay. Well, Skipper, you have some. How do you? Oh wait, I got to. I didn't spell that right, but I don't care. I can read it. What would you rate your cockatoides or your apistos?
This is kind of hard because it's the only ones that I've kept. And I'm kind of with where Doc's at because there's so many different ones. I'm going to give him a 7.
7, okay. You know, I have to rip a little piece of paper off here for cat house.
Now, do they like a little bit softer water, a little bit more acidic water? What do they like more? There was a reason why I picked Crebensis over those, and I don't remember what exactly it was.
Well, Apistos like black water. They like
that's why
activity, low pH.
Okay, yep.
Brown water. That's really where they're found.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I went with the Crebensis. That was those two. I was going back and forth trying to decide which one, and obviously I have very hard water, so that's why the Crebensis won out.
I'm glad you said that about the black water type. I need to add more tannins to that.
Kenny, there's a bunch more people we didn't say hi to, like Lady Diane and Greg the Guppy guy and Kenny and just tons and tons of people. So thanks everybody for coming in.
Yeah, ABC just got here.
That's the Kenny I meant.
Oh, okay. I'm not so familiar. I'm not on friendly first name basis with these people.
Well, he's one of the few that I've actually met. You know, he's one of the few I've met. Oh, Cat House actually sent me their actual Apisto, a picture of that. Hold on, I will grab that for you.
Well, Dr. Anthony, where do you give these guys?
I'll agree with Skipper. 7.
Okay. I'm going to give them a 5.
Ooh.
They're cichlids.
I knew you were going to say it.
Hard.
Down below, Ed, there's one. This one is from Cat House. Catahoulus.
Ooh, that's a cool looking fish.
There's
you know what?
I'm
going to change my 5 to a 6 because I like blue better than red, and that thing's crazy cool looking.
It's a beautiful fish.
Wow!
I wonder if he sheds House babies.
That's awesome. And what Cat House? What is that called? That's an amazing fish.
I love that. I love that everybody else picked up on the Cat House nickname because I gave that to him because he was giving me crap about saying Catahoulus wrong, in a fun way. And so I said, "All right, well, from now on, you're Cat House," and it stuck. Poor guy. Poor guy.
What, Enrico? What do you give this beautiful fish?
I'm going to give it a 5, and here's the only reason why. It's more about me than about the fish because I can't really keep them. It would be a lot of work for me to keep these fish. Like I would have to jump through a lot of hoops to be able to keep them. And the fact that I want to keep them and I can't means that I don't like them. It's like, I've been trying to romance somebody for so long and they just keep, pushing me away. So I don't like them anymore.
You ain't got the right formula.
That sounds so wrong. It sounds, so.
Well, I like them because they're a small cichlid. That's good. And there are a lot of fun to watch when they're herding their babies. They're really neat that way. If I saw this fish at like a fish swap, I would probably buy a pair of them. I just got to find out what the name is, Cat House, and I would put those in my fish room.
One of the problems you have with Apistos in many auctions is that they really blanch out. They lose their color in bags, and so you really, it may appear a tannish looking fish and come back home in a tank in the right conditions becomes a bright purple Apisto. So you have to know what species it is in order to really make a good judgment.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I got to know what it's called. It's like I just don't know that.
I don't see it. Did I miss it? I was looking for it. Oh, there we go. Apistogramma ortegae, papagaya, papagay, papa.
I'll just rewatch the show and then I'll write it down when he says it.
It's a beautiful fish. It really is.
Okay. So do we have our numbers coming?
Very slowly, but they're coming.
Well, it's number 10.
10.
And number 17.
17.
And if it's too slow to go with 17, we'll go with 7.
Well, I have to,
But Cat House is now in the running for me to paint one of these or make one of these guys. And that would be a fun fish to paint. I better take a picture of that. Okay.
Catahoula said he's working on breeding them too.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's Curtis too. We need to add a Curtis. Alishon, Red Laser.
Alishon.
Look at all these people. Larry D.
Oh, Alishon has a fish I want.
I bet he's got a lot of fish that people want. He just seems like that kind of person.
I bet he does.
He knows what I want.
Larry D's in the house?
He is. We're going to see like half the people at the Clash.
Okay, we got Kenny.
Wait,
sorry.
You want my numbers or what? Jeez.
I do want your numbers.
Okay, so number 10 was K-Stew with a 6.
K-Stew with a 6.
And number 17 was Paul. What's his name? Paul.
Cheeseballs?
Paul single person gave it a 10.
Cheese bags. Not cheese balls.
It's cheese bag.
My daughter said that too, Paul. My daughter came out and said that Stay Fresh cheese bags today. She didn't get it from you. She got it from something else. And I was like, hey, Paul Sotero said that. And she goes, I don't know who the F that is.
Well, she needs to watch the shows.
Kenny E said whatever the blinker eyes. The Petrotilapia. Paratilapia blinker eye.
I probably could have got
fish.
It's an African cichlid.
Oh.
I probably could have got a better picture. It's down below though. I probably said hi to you earlier, Larry. I did see you in there.
Alishon put the fish in chat that I want off of him.
The Ancestris Paraguay.
Oh yeah.
Well, oh wow. Rico was. Oh, it's that thing. Okay. Well, I'm going to go first. It's an African cichlid, so it's probably a jerk and will kill all the other fish. So I'm going to give it a 3. Okay. Anybody else got an opinion on it? I'm sorry, Kenny, if he's there. He said he was going to take his wife out tonight. So
Alishon said a bleaker eye is a misnomer, and I remember there was some talk about that where there was maybe no true bleaker eye in the hobby or something. I don't remember the whole story about it, but I do remember that there was some talk about that when Kenny got his from a friend or somebody.
Yeah, somebody said they were actually extinct, the original ones, and they've remade a fish that looks similar or something. But I don't know if that's true or not.
Whip says they're extinct. Yeah, and Alishon's, yeah. I'm going to give him a 5. It's a beautiful fish, but again, it's not one that I would probably keep. I know Paul Sotero is here. I know you can keep these types of cichlids with heavily planted tanks. Paul's proof of that. But I do really prefer a lot of plants in my tanks, and I know that these guys make it more difficult to do so.
You know, I should probably give it a 10 if I had it and I could get them to breed an extinct fish. I might be able to make money for a change on fish. But I'm still going to keep it a 3. Okay, Dr. Anthony, how do you feel about the blinker eye cichlid?
The color, it's a very beautiful fish. I'd give it an 8.
Ooh. You were a lot more fair than me. I'm feeling guilty about the 3.
You should.
Okay. All right. I'll give it a 5. I had African cichlids for years.
I don't
they
mean to
didn't kill
shame
each
you.
other.
You got to stick to your guns.
No, it just I'm looking at these guys and I don't like them. I don't like how they act. But I had a huge tank of like labs and other smaller Africans that were all got along, and it was a wonderful tank and beautiful. People used to come over to my house and say, "Oh my God, I want to start having fish." And then they would have fish and they'd kill them all, and then they give me their fish tank like 2 years later.
So
but, okay.
A lot of people are questioning if this was that fish, and I have no idea. I did a very quick search, and if you see up here in the top, it does. It's a Plesiops. I butcher all these. Bleakeri is what came up when I searched. So I have no idea if that's the correct fish or not. I'm not familiar with them. I did the best I can in this short amount of time I was given by the host.
That's me. I really appreciate you doing it, though. It's really nice of you.
Just teasing it.
Yep.
I'm wondering what their attitude's like, because if their attitude's like what I got behind me, which this weekend they're going to go to their new home.
I think it's a bad attitude, and I think they get to about 6 inches.
And I don't know if I'm gonna give them an 8.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was against cichlids at one point myself. Okay. Till I went to that place called the Keystone Clash and I saw the Star Sapphire cichlid. And if they're almost, or they are just as beautiful as these ones, I would keep them. I think they're beautiful fish. I mean, I keep them by themselves.
Well, when I was in Florida, I caught a jewel cichlid in a pond, and it was like, geez, if I could pull a lot of these out, I'd keep a bowl of them or a tank of them, because they're some pretty cichlids, and if they're free, it's a whole nother story. But good point. Okay, so Dr. Anthony, we have a number 7 and a number 11. Oh, I just re-rolled it on accident.
Well, by 7-11, I got that. I can remember those 2 words. Whatever.
Now I want a slushy. Garden of Eaters here. Grant, look at the shirt. And happy birthday to Shelby.
Grant, you don't know this, but you're the official sponsor of tonight's show. Thank you for all that you do. And Grant, is there any specials that you guys have going on? Do you have a 4th of July special or a Shelby birthday party? Fish or shrimp to buy?
Okay, I got your numbers. Number 7 was Whipperdoodle. Gave it a 10.
Whipperdoodle?
Witch World.
Okay.
And number 11
gave it a
was
10.
Cake Stew again, and he gave it whoever, gave it a 7.
Wow. Okay.
Even though everybody's been saying it's the wrong fish.
Everybody's saying it's the wrong one again.
Just go with the flow.
Kenny asked for the Bleakeri, so that's what I searched for, and this is what I found. So that's what and other people are saying there is no Bleakeri. So whatever. The fish that we were supposed to be looking for was the Bleakeri.
It's the viewer's choice. So if they pick an extinct fish, they pick an extinct fish. Okay, so let's see who is the next favorite fish. Jenna P with another cichlid, a
Frontosa.
Farewella.
Oh,
that's a Frontosa. That's not a Farewella.
Well, I looked at it real fast.
A farewell.
I wish I would have looked longer.
Yeah, farewell is a catfish.
I know. It's not a skinny long fish. It's a striped fish with a noogle. And I saw one of them wild in Florida too. Okay, let's see. And you know what? If I had a 1,500 gallon tank, I would probably, these things are amazing and a massive. You know, they are super cool, but they get big. I would probably get these and some stingrays if I had a monster tank. I think that would be super cool. But I'm gonna still give them a 5 because they're hard to keep, even though I do love them and they're amazing. They're neat. Okay, that's all you get from me, guys. I'm not a cichlid dude. Dr. Anthony, do you have any opinion on some of these? Now, is this is a South American fish, isn't it?
No, it's African.
It is African. Darn, I
yeah.
thought it was a pretty South American.
No, it's a pretty fish. I give it a 7 because you need a big tank for these things. They are tank busters.
They're cool, though. They are cool. Okay, Rika, what do you think of this thing?
I'm going to be right in the middle of 5 because I mean, they look beautiful, but I have no knowledge of them whatsoever. I don't have any monster fish. I'm not really interested in those big fish at all. Maybe someday I will be. Right now, I don't care to have them. So I'm going to just go right in the middle so I'm not positive or negative with it. Neutral.
The Tennessee Aquarium has like a 5,000 gallon fish tank just filled with them and one of those big puffer fish like Murphy. A Mabaka. I can't talk tonight. What's that big fish? Mabaka? Not a Mabaka. Maboo. Yes.
Grant wants to know if you want to do a giveaway, Ed.
Oh, no, you don't have to. I was just teasing. Well, I'm not teasing. You gave me this shirt. So you're awesome. I don't want you to come on the show and feel like, or come on and feel
You don't
like,
want him to come on the show? Oh, man, what a disrespect that was.
What we ought to do is do fish versus fish and have shrimps.
Ooh.
Or crustaceans and have him on here some week.
Crustacean versus crustacean.
Yeah, Grant, if you'd like to do that, that would be awesome. Like sometime next month, we could do a cleanup cruise or something.
So Ed, Grant, he said I'll give away another T-shirt and swag pack with a bunch of stickers. I don't mind.
Oh my gosh! Well, do you want to come up here, and I will let you score my last 3 remaining fish. But Skipper, you decide what you want to give this fish, and I need to write down.
So
Jenna Pease.
I got the privilege of winning something last year, and I went to the West Coast, and I went to this house. It's up by Portland somewhere, and I went to the Denison house, and he had this tank in there that had Frontosas. And that was the first time I seen them in person. They were freaking awesome. It is a good thing I ain't got room for big tanks because I would try to copy him so bad. Like, this fish was awesome. Just the way they swam, how beautiful they were. Both male and female I really liked. So I'm going to give them an 8.
Wow.
Okay,
and
Grant said he's done. He's all done for tonight, so he'll pass on coming up. But
okay.
The giveaway.
I know what that means.
Grant. That means he's in his underwear. And I don't
so to speak. Yeah.
Well, Grant, I didn't mean you to have to give away something, but thank you so much. And what we'll do is after we do the drawing here for the fish, then we'll also do a shrimp one. Or should we do that right now and then count it at the end?
Whatever you want to do. I don't think it matters.
Well, let's get these guys, and then Skipper or Rico, do you know how to pop one of those things up for the rolls?
Well, you have to do it because you're the only one that has access to the StreamYard giveaway.
Could you put it in private chat so I could do it that way?
Why don't you keep going and then I'll
stuff in private chat. Okay,
keep going and I'll get you the link.
I'm going to answer something, Paul. Contact Garden Meter.
Well, what's Paul want?
Pygmy sunfish.
Yeah. Oh, they have them.
Well, they collect them there in Florida.
Oh, okay.
That's where I got mine, was down there when I went down to Father Fish in Venice Beach. But we actually have some here in Tennessee, but we're not allowed to take them out of the water. Yeah.
It's over there, Ed.
Number 4 and number, oh boy, I think it was 12. Number 4 and number 12.
Number 4 and number 12? 4?
Yep.
Okay. 4 and 12.
Okay. So ABC Aquatics has pygmy sunfish. Oh, really? Garden Eater says, I need to get my commercial fishing license soon, and they will be on the site before the end of the next month.
Oh, that's awesome. They're hard to catch.
No, not really. Okay, so I got your numbers for you. Number 4 is Lady R with a 5.
Lady
and
R.
Number 12 was Jimmy P with an 8.
Jimmy P with an 8.
He likes those noodles.
Real quick, I want to throw something out there. Bunny Viper just shared that Mark Strilson is celebrating his 209 subs tonight, midnight Eastern time, 11 Central. I'm gonna miss it, Bunny Viper, because I'm already fading here. Can you please just pass along my congratulations to him and stuff? Mark Strilson is one of the most supportive people in our community, and I'd love to be there. But please tell him congratulations and sorry I missed it.
I'm just going to do this. I want to show people the giveaway. There we go. So you guys can see. Oh, I'm going to pull this over here.
Are we eligible?
It's hashtag TGOE. And maybe I already hit start. Oh, yeah, we have 2 entries. Awesome. Well, that's cool. And then what we'll do is oh my gosh, we got to get through 3 more fish quick.
Why?
I guess we don't have Skipper's.
Ed, you don't have to go quick.
Yeah, but Skipper's not going tonight, but he's busy tonight afterwards. So
we're good, Ed. We're good.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. We're on the 2 more fish from the Tootsie Roll. And 1 more fish from you guys. Oh, and
hi, Greg. Greg's Planet Tanks is here.
What's up, Greg?
Oh, hey.
We got Greg the Guppy guy and Greg's Planet Tanks. We're loaded up on Greg.
Oh, why are you always yelling at me? Said the zebra pleco. And that is an amazing pleco.
Oh, hold on, I had a better picture. Where is it? I found 2 of them.
Fish is hard because, oh my gosh,
I know
they're all awesome freaking fish.
You want to talk about it first, Skipper? Give us your opinion on the zebra pleco.
Okay, I want to apologize first for this picture because I had a better one. This is the first one I saw and I kept it, but there was far better pictures. This is not a great picture of this fish.
But there we go.
There was far better.
That looks more like a clown pleco.
That's like a Queen Arabesque.
Again, just doing a quick search. I don't always get, I didn't have a lot of time, so I just did a quick search, and I had another one. I had another far better picture. You know what? Hold on. Let me look somewhere else.
Do L046.
because maybe I just put it in I might have stuck that in another folder.
What I love about this fish is they're beautiful plecos that don't get large at all. The thing that I don't like about these fish is that they're plecos, so they poop a lot. They like warm temperatures and a lot of water. And they cost a butt ton. Did I mention that?
I got your black, Rico.
Okay, you got a better one? Yeah, because that was I grabbed that one. I was like, no, I don't want that one. I even found a better one than that one. It was a beautiful picture I had, and I don't know what I did with it.
They're a long-lived pleco. James from Fish Room Fever, we'll see him again eventually once he gets everything operational at his new home. He has got a whole colony of these guys that he's trying to grow up enough to be able to breed eventually someday. And when I go over there and look in that fish tank, it is crazy to see. I don't know if he has 15 or 16 of them. They are just, it's awesome, beautiful. I mean, he should make a video of these things because they're so amazing.
Mega clown plecos. K-Stu just said I got some mega clown plecos. I have a couple clown plecos. I think they're cool as hell, but they're so small and mine are very skittish. They hide most of the time. But mega clown plecos, I'd like to see those.
Okay, I'm going to give it a score of an 8. I would love to have this fish. And yeah, I don't give many big 8s. That's even a big 8 because I really like them. And Rico or Skipper, you were talking about them. What score would you give one of these guys?
I went to this place on the East Coast called Fishymon's House. And yeah, I get around a little bit, I know. But he has this tank full of them, and they're beautiful. I am going to give them a 9. If I had the right setup and everything, I would do my research for me before I would keep this fish, because this pleco deserves a lot of. I just can't keep these type of plecos with my water. It's just something with them because I had them before, and they ended up passing away on me, and it just has to do with my water. But once I figure the chemistry out and I have time in my house, I will keep these and breed them.
Amazing fish. I don't blame you. Okay, Dr. Anthony, where do you rate a zebra?
Overrated. Whoa.
4. Oh, a 4. Now, why are you saying they're overrated?
People expect them to breed right away. They take a long time, 4 or 5 years to breed. The males can be very territorial. It's an overpriced fish at $150 at least for babies. Mm-hmm. I'd prefer to spend $150 on some great looking discus. So I give it a 4.
I feel you there. Okay, Rico.
I'm going to go right in the middle again because I really don't know that much about them. They are very expensive. I've never bought any. The most expensive thing I ever bought was $40. I've never bought anything super expensive. And I was going to go with a 6 until Skipper started talking about going to Fishymon's house. And I never get to go to Fishymon's house. So F you, Skipper. It's going to get a 5.
Most expensive fish I ever bought was my Fisher that died today. I paid $75 for that thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, again, that sucks.
And that was when it was a baby. Okay, the people.
I feel you with the death rate now. The fish.
I mean, 15 and 11. And I have the screen up for the drawing, so I can't see anything.
Doc, clean your glasses.
He's counting. I see the lips moving.
Do you see the steam? You see the steam?
Yeah.
I did tell him when we first
Poor
started.
Dr.
Like,
Anthony.
Skipper does this a lot faster.
Okay, I got him.
He's actually doing a great
number
job.
11 was Lady R with a 7. And
Lady
number
R.
15 was Killer Kitty with a 7.
Ooh, the girl's coming in strong with 7s. So let's see here. Boy, this is just an up and down fish. 21, 26.
It's one of them fishes.
A 40.
How do you say it? To each your own. You either love it or you hate it.
Yep.
I'd like to have some. They're beautiful, but again, I don't know what they require. I don't know anything about them. I just know that they're expensive, and people seem to really like them.
Well, they're from the Rio Xingzhou. They're illegal to export out of Peru. I mean, out of Brazil now. So they like soft water.
What are the odds that all three of you guys managed to get your fish in? And all these poor people are officially out of the drawing, I think.
What are you showing?
Yeah,
you got to hold it there for a minute.
Oh, it was
the German blue ram.
I just dumped them all out. Oh, yes. Dr. Anthony's favorite fish is the German blue ram.
What the heck is that?
And Dr. Anthony,
I would call it my favorite fish because, I couldn't put discus up. I always put discus up. It's a nice looking little cichlid. Very peaceful.
They are.
Great behaviors. They're just a nice little peaceful cichlid to have.
One of my good friends breeds them in Salt Lake City, and they're a beautiful fish. They're neat to see. The one thing I don't like is they like to be in like 84 degrees temperature, right? Or 82 to 84?
No.
Aren't they a warmer fish?
No. Nope.
Oh, I always thought that these guys they prefer. Oh, man, look at that. That was a nice looking fish.
That's a great looking male right there.
Man.
They were on my short list as well, but there was something about them that again, they were going to fit the same role as the Crebensis is in my 75. And there was something about them that I just decided not to, and I don't remember what it was. It could have been water parameters or something that they required. That they are beautiful, beautiful fish.
Oh, poor Whip. He wasn't in it. His thing got stuck to the bottom. He had a silver arowana.
Poor Whip, always getting stuck in the bottom.
I tell you,
and
the ram that I like, what's the one that Dean's Fish breeds?
The black rams.
The black, yeah.
I don't like the black rams. I don't understand why people like them so much.
I can be a dark person.
Yeah, and I'm not. I'm a bright person. I like bright colors.
Aren't you a dark elf there, Ed?
I am a dark elf, but that's the first time I've ever played a dark elf.
Okay.
My whole life, I've never played one. I wanted to do a whole lot of stuff that I don't normally do. So that's why I picked that guy. I shy away from all black fish. I don't care for the one black fish I really like is probably the black moor. You can see a black moor from a mile away because their body shapes are so bizarre, it's easy to see. But black mollies, I can't see their bodies good enough. Black guppies, I don't see their body well enough. I prefer skin color on my fish.
I like
a black-faced fish with some crazy colorations on it, but then it's still a colorful fish.
Sure.
I like what Larry D says. I like the Batman ring.
Ah,
Batman.
Yeah, I like Batman.
But that's what they should rename them. Batman Rams.
I'm going to give this ram. Yeah, I'd probably buy one if it was a Batman ram. I'm going to give this ram, because I've been really wanting them for a long time. I'm going to give it a 7, which is a lot for me in a cichlid. But I do like them a lot. Okay, well, Dr. Anthony. Oh, we should have been having you sell us on this fish.
I give this a 9.
Why?
Because it's a stunning little fish.
Now, is a German blue ram though? Is that a bred fish in in the hobby?
Yeah, it's a hobby
what are
fish.
The wild rams.
Wild rams look very similar to this. The difference between the wild ram and German blue ram is the German blue rams have more blue behind the yellow. So those 2-3 black spots behind the yellow tend to be a blue hue there. But
Okay.
it's just I like this fish.
Where do the wild ones? Are they Central America or
They're from
South
Venezuela.
America? Okay. They're a neat fish. Okay. Skipper, where'd you put a little ram?
I'm gonna have to go for the looks because I never kept them. We'll give them a 7.
7. Well, that's still a good score.
Oh, they're beautiful fish. Don't get me wrong. I never kept them. I never dealt with them, and I don't know much about them.
I kind of feel like they're kind of like Apistos. They're a little cute cichlid that pairs up and kind of moves around together, and it's kind of neat. But I like them better than Apistos. Do these guys live in caves, or do they just kind of like live behind leaves?
They live in leaf litter and stuff. Yeah, I mean they'll breed in caves. They'll breed in coconut husks, things of that sort. Or actually, no, when I used to breed them, I just would put little plates in the water, and they or rocks, and they'll breed on top of that.
Okay. Mr. Rico.
I think I'm going to go with the 7. And I was actually just reading a little bit about them because I was trying to remember what it was about them that turned me off from keeping them, again, as opposed to the crebensis. They were the ones that were on my short list to fill that same role. And I don't remember what it was that turned me off from them. They're beautiful fish. I know a lot of other people that have them that just absolutely love them. I'm going to go with a 7.
Awesome.
I wish I could remember what it was. It's driving me crazy because I remember there was one thing that stood out about them that made me say, okay, I'm going to go this other route instead.
Yeah, well, it was the temperatures, the biggest drawback for me. And if Dr. Anthony says if I can keep them in 77-degree water, I think I might buy a pair. The next time I see a really nice pair, I'll get some. Okay.
It might have been. Case 2 said the same thing. It might have been the high temps. Yeah, it might have been.
So what's the temps on them?
I kept mine 77 to 78.
Well, that's guppy temperatures.
Yeah, even
Asian guppies. So that's
this awesome. One place I looked said they like 80 to 86. So it's one of those things where there's so much information out there. I wonder what the Johnny said they keep their rams at 79, don't have any trouble.
Well, the more it's bred in captivity, the more it's going to get used to lower temperatures.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It depends on where you get them from. It's what
Yeah. And maybe that's all I saw. Maybe that's the only information I had at the time was, and anyways, keep going.
It's all good. Let's pop this up. And we're going to ask the crowd what they think. And the numbers are 2 and 13. 2 and 13. Somewhere there. There's a 13.
I'm trying to remember a video that I was watching. I can't remember the channel's name on the German blue ram. He had, the plate set up and everything. And those stinking fish went behind the plants, moved the sand substrate. I think he had it mixed with stone. They made their own any stinking ways. And he had a bunch of babies. And it just amazed me by how, like you could set it up for them, but they're still going to make it their own way.
Yep. So number 2 was Jeff Kane. He gave it a 10.
Jeff liked them.
And number 13 was Jimmy Peach with a 9.
Jimmy with a 9. Ooh, boy, got some big numbers from the crowd. And 3G said, aren't they soft water?
Yes, they are.
Can they be neutral?
Then that must have been what turned me off.
Yeah, they can be. Again, soft water tends to be the wild caught. Domestically bred, if they're bred in hard water, then they'll breed in hard water. It just depends on what source you get them from.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I start with a 7.4, but I put some wood and some leaf litter and stuff, it's going to bring that down.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably hit about 7, and I think that might be perfect for them. Okay, let me do some add-in while Skipper asks a question. 49 for those guys.
Well, I wasn't going to ask a question. I was just going to say, if you buy these rams, know where the source it comes from. Because there's a lot of fish that I've dealt with that they say, oh, well, it needs hard water, but I bought them bred in soft water. So know where you're getting your fish from and how they're keeping them, how they're raising them. That helps a lot.
Johnny said theirs are an 8.5 pH and as hard as it gets. No issues with wild caught rams or aquarium bred.
Well,
wow.
There's a difference between keeping them and breeding them.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Sure. Yeah, and they're not really trying to breed.
Yeah.
I mean, if they breed, they're fine there, right, at Dan's, but it's not the goal, obviously.
This is the last chance to try to win your favorite fish, and we'll put it in the pile to draw, and it's going to be whoever puts the 10th fish in, or should I have people say it, put their fish in and then roll it?
Yeah, because otherwise people just wait. Yeah. Although that's hard to do. Yeah, because that's hard to do either the other way, because they'll think they were number 10, but there's the lag and weirdness that happens. But yeah, I would do it the other way around. Let people put their fish in as soon as they say start, and then roll a random number. There we go.
Skipper said start. Good job.
Hey, I thought that was my job.
Why are you even here? Why are you even here, Dr. Awesome?
I don't know.
You're not typing.
I said start. That's all I'm doing.
Right now, there's 36 entries for the Garden of Eder giveaway package. You get one of these beautiful shirts. And he said a little package of maybe a drying pack. He said a package of goodies. So maybe you'll get something like soy hoy. Who knows what you're going to get? They also sell Fish Envy foods. They have the sticks.
I was thinking it was a swag pack, so stickers and stuff.
Yeah, it was a pack of stickers.
Stickers are there. I don't have any other stickers down here, but
I know,
they're amazing too.
It was a bunch of stickers that he's collected from all the conventions he's been to.
Shoot, I wish I could try for that. That'd be awesome.
He said you're going to get a T-shirt, swag bag, and a bunch of stickers.
Oh,
so
swag bag and a bunch of stickers.
37. We've got 68 viewers and only 37 entries. So all you have to do is hashtag TGOE, and then we'll get your name to him somehow. We'll figure that out when whoever wins. But so are people entering some names of some fish?
Yeah, whole bunch.
Yes.
Whole bunch.
Okay, so let's do this because we got to get the show on the road.
You want to say stop or it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It was number 4.
Skip, it's your road show. You tell him which one it is.
I've already fell asleep.
No. I
I
refuse to work now.
I guess that means everybody wins. You got to make one for everybody, Ed.
I'm not.
Oh, no. It's too bad Foxy isn't here because she wanted her entry was a toothpick fish or a crocodile toothpick fish. But unfortunately, she didn't get her name.
So number 4 was Skull's Yucatan sailfin molly.
Ooh, that's a nice looking molly. Rico, are you looking it up to pop it up there?
I am not. I will though.
I'm sorry, buddy.
No, that's right. I was half asleep over here.
The Yucatan sailfin molly.
Because that was actually number 5. Number 4 was the flowerhorn we already had.
Oh, okay.
So I made the choice. Skipper left me in charge.
That works. So.
Oh my God, this fish is beautiful.
Oh, actually, I might have.
Did you find one?
I have for mollies.
Yeah,
I've got a couple here. If you've already got one, though, go ahead.
Sorry.
I haven't had molly since I was a kid, and I've been thinking about it, actually.
I want these now.
These are just standard mollies.
Yeah, that's not Yucatan.
Yeah. Now, something that I wanted to get in the Yucatan turns out they're also native to Texas. The Amazon mollies, you can find them in Texas streams. So I need to take a trip to Texas and find myself an ugly little molly.
You and your Amazon mollies.
Yeah, they are neat.
Are they all that coloration, the Yucatans?
Yeah, they tend to be a green sailfin molly.
That was originally the fish I thought I was getting in Florida, but mine aren't sailfin mollies. Mine are non-sailfin. I don't know but the body is the exact same with the spots and everything. Yeah. And I got silver place at the Clash last year with my one that I put in for wild caught fish. But yeah, they're a neat. I wish we got the tall sailfin.
Yeah, I collected some sailfins when I was at in Tampa Bay giving the talk at Grant's Club, and I have probably 100 babies now.
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh,
4 to 5 inches.
So Skull says that's it. He has them, and then 4 to 5 inches.
Yep.
Well, Skull, when I buy those goodies from you, maybe I'll have to order a couple of those from you too if you sell them. But I like live bears, so I'm going to score this. And mollies are one of my favorite live bears of them all. I'm scoring it an 8. So that's what you get from me. I love mollies and I love live bears. And I just don't have a big sailfin molly. I have a lyre tail molly and a wild molly. Okay, so Dr. Anthony, you've got these fish. What do you score this guy?
Well, I don't have the Yucatans. I have the Florida, but I give them an 8 as well.
Nice. Okay, Rico.
I'm also going to go with an 8. There's a little bit of nostalgia. Now, I didn't have the sailfins. Sailfins? I've been hanging out with Skipper too much. Sailfins on Wednesday. Fangers.
Watch out, fangers, Rico.
But there's a little nostalgia there. I did have, like K-Stu said, they were the first fish that he bred as a kid. Same with me was mollies. And so, yeah, I'm going to give them an 8. They are beautiful fish. And I actually, I feel like I want to get some. I feel like they're in my future.
They're neat. They really are neat.
So,
the
Yucatan is a native fish?
Yeah, native to the Yucatan Peninsula, yeah.
North American. Go.
In Mexico.
I got to tell you, for a native fish, that thing is beautiful. I'm giving it a 9. That is something I would love to have.
Mexico has a lot of beautiful fish, I think.
Well, it's a jungle. You know, I've been to the Yucatan, and it is just a beautiful place to be. It's a jungle, and everything you'd see I think, they got everything but an Amazon River. So they got a lot of neat stuff in the Yucatan. So nothing surprises me that comes out of there.
Oh, Alishon, I don't know. It's what came up.
And then I need to add
Bunny Viper.
another dice. Whoops. Okay. Why won't it spin? Spin. Oh, and then I turned it off. Sorry, folks. Okay, number 2 and number 15. And this is the final fish of the night from Skulls Aquatics.
Final fish down. No, nothing.
His fingers got in the way.
I got a present for you, Skipper. At the Clash. You'll like it. You'll like it. It's fun.
I played that fish tank game and it was so much fun.
Don't make my gears turn, Rico. I will bring something. Just if I
you sent me that tongue depressor, so there's something going to happen to it. That's going to be fun. Be fun.
Okay, I got your numbers.
Okie dokie.
Number 2 was Chris Aquazone. He gave it a 10.
Oh, nice.
My DM.
Number 15 was K-Stew, and he only gave it a 7.
Ooh. So that was the lowest score of all of them. We've got 33. And that scored a 50. So the number one, or let's go 3 through 1. Like, so the third best fish tonight that was brought up was by Skulls Aquatics. This thing right here got a score of 50. It beat the German Blue Ram by 1. Then, oh no, the German Blue Ram was number 3. The German Blue Ram is number 3 with a 49. The 50 is the sailfin Molly, and the number 1 fish goes to Skipper's pick, the Cory. The Cory cat got a 56 score.
It needed to be more specific. He cheated.
Yeah, rigged.
Cheated.
Well, he didn't know all the rules. I just said, "What's your favorite?"
He knew the rule.
And
don't give him an out. He cheated.
Actually,
shifty eyes. Look at him. He's got shifty eyes. You can't trust him.
Ewan's always trying to get away with something.
Ewan's always wins. All right, get it right.
Well, and we've got 40. We've got 69 people watching, and 40 people have entered for hashtag TGOE to win the awesome t-shirt and grab bag from the Garden of Eden. And go check them out if you're hunting for shrimp. And just so you know, I'm not cheating. I'm just tell me when to stop shuffling. Someone.
Are your arms? Oh, no, we didn't tell you to stop. Damn it! Keep going. You gotta shake it like.
Who's gonna say stop? Wins a fish.
3 hours later.
Stop.
Okay.
He's starting to sweat. I can see it through his beanie.
He's not supposed to be doing anything either.
Oh, listen here. I didn't know that.
Rico's Denison barb.
All right, keep going. Keep going.
That's it.
Rico, I'll make you a Denison barb.
Oh, I won something.
Awesome. You did. You won something.
And
just to prove I wasn't cheating, who do you think is going to get this fish? Well, I'm going to send you food.
Well, yeah, but that's tomorrow, you said. So don't ship it. Just
Jimmy P. Oh, yeah.
Bring it to the Clash.
Jimmy P would have been number 2. So, okay, I'll throw those back in there. So if Rico dies before the Clash, Jimmy P gets it.
Don't say that. Dude, you don't even.
What the shit? Ed?
Okay, now we've got 40 entries for TGOE.
Jesus.
You guys, we'll give it 5 more seconds, or as soon as one more person enters, we'll hit draw. Okay, so and there's 70 people watching. All we need is one entry, and it's like a hashtag. It's that little symbol that looks like the little thing, the box, like the tic-tac-toe board, TGOE, and then hit enter.
That used
and
to
you'll
be
have
called
a chance
the pound symbol, but not anymore.
Look at
You
Ed.
know, I wish they would call the pound symbol hashtag, and I'd know what to click when they ask me that on the phone. Oh,
There's
41.
Lady Diane entered. Yeah, Ed, that was.
Hi, Patty.
Who's Patty?
That's Patty Pat.
Oh,
Nancy B. Congratulations,
Another
Nancy B.
Rig.
Everybody in Tennessee will have one of the TGOEs.
Tennessee.
Always fun to
That's
say.
awesome.
Rico
Nancy
Stanley.
B. Nancy B. in Tennessee.
She's so awesome. That's super cool. Now, I'm going to remove her. Oh, and Nancy.
Thanks, Steve.
We'll figure out how to get your address to Grant and Shelby. I don't know if you know how to contact them or not. If you don't, then contact me on Facebook or Instagram, and then I'll give them your address. Or if you don't want to give me your address, we'll figure it out. Okay, I'm going to drop
I can
this.
take care of it, Ed. Nancy's on the Discord. I can communicate with her. Nancy, if you don't have a way to contact Grant and Shelby, just hit me up on the Discord, and I'll make sure to get their information for you so you can talk to them. I'll take care of it, Ed. We'll make sure Nancy gets it.
Nico's looking at me. He's waiting for his dinner. He's been standing in the kitchen for probably 3 hours waiting for me. It's terrible. Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much, Grant and Shelby. Happy birthday again, Shelby, so much. You guys are awesome.
Birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday. And she's in June, so she's 50.
What?
Didn't everybody turn 50 this month?
Shelby is not 50.
There's no way.
Well, then she's probably, let's see, what's today's date?
The 29th.
29. So 14 minus 50. Maybe she's 30.
I told you we were not doing math.
I know. We'll
Not a
figure it out
math
later.
thing.
But
Shelby is 29.
happy birthday
Betty Nicole.
nonetheless.
If she's 30, I'll be shocked, Whip said. Yeah.
Well, and Dr. Anthony, thank you for coming up and sharing your knowledge with us. It's always awesome having you. He gave us a thumbs up. Or a thumbs up. Two. Well, awesome.
Reminder.
And you're,
Real quick, reminder, Skipper's not going. This way. Skipper's not. But, and Bunny Viper just said it, Mark Strilson in a half an hour is having his celebration. So
awesome.
go
pop
take a look.
For him?
30 minutes till she's 30 on the 30th. I like it. That's awesome.
Oh, that is cool. Here, Bunny, if I make Bunny not an adjective, a monitor, could you link his address? And then the chat just moved and I lost her.
I'll do it, Ed. I'll get Mark's. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, save. Okay, cool. And thank you, Skipper, and thank you, Rico. You guys are always awesome hanging out with me every week. I always look forward to it. And everybody that gave super chats, thank you so much. Thank you for my members. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the subscribers. You guys are the reason why I do it, because it's fun to hang out with everybody. Thank you so much. And I guess we won't catch you in the next stream, but we'll catch you on the flippity flap. I think that's what Michael Scott said. So, bye, guys.
Bye, bro.